LVNV Funding versus Michelle Miller, case number and Braids by Miata LLC 23C0728.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Matthew Kuipers on behalf of the attorney in record and LVMV funding.
Good afternoon. Is anyone representing Michelle Miller or Braids by Miata LLC present? If so, please unmute and state your name.
No, I'm representing myself.
What is your name, please?
My name is Michelle Miller.
All right, so you are Miss Michelle Miller.
Yes.
Thank you. So in this particular case, there was a motion and affidavit filed for a show cause.
Yes, I would like to speak on that, Your Honor. I have sent them a payment of $500 and they get $15 a week out of my bank account. So I'm trying to figure out why we are here. They have not put credit towards the $500 cashier's check that I sent them, or they have not gave me credit for the $15 a week that I'm not sure if it was you or someone else had granted them to garnish my bank account, and they have been receiving that money every week. I had also called their attorney, Joshua or Jason or something like that. And this was last year. And when I first had got the first paperwork, because I'm the one that initiated for Synchrony Bank, because this is regarding Synchrony Bank. I have 7 other accounts with Synchrony Bank.
So
excuse me?
Please stop talking for a moment. It's not your motion. Mr. Cooper, this is your motion, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. This was plaintiff's motion in order to show cause. It all stems from request for a judgment against the garnishee defendant. And give you a brief synopsis quick if the court would like.
Well, I have to move out my building anyway, so since they keep delivering mail there.
Ma'am, please stop talking. It's not your turn yet. Mr. Cooper, this is not asked to the defendant Miller.
Correct.
You have not brought her in today. You have filed a motion to show cause for a Braids by Miata LLC.
That's correct, Your Honor. There was a garnishment issued on September 29, 2023 against Braids by Miata LLC. It was sent to them on October 10th. There was no disclosure received, so the plaintiff then filed a notice of failure to file of disclosure and sent that to Braids by Miata LLC back on January 10th of 2024. Default request was then sent and issued by this court on March 14th of 2024 for failure to disclose, and then a default judgment was then filed on April 3, 2024. At this point, that's what plaintiff is seeking to have entered against Braids by Miata LLC.
Who is Braids by Miata LLC?
That is me by myself, me all alone. And every time I try to call and speak with them, they are very rude. I've sent them money. I've tried to, get this situated. Yesterday, just last week alone, they sent me a notice every single day. Prior to that, they sent 4. At this point, I'm not going to have nowhere to work from because my landlord that I rent from asked me if they keep coming, I have to leave the premises. So how am I supposed to pay? That $500 I sent them, I saved up because I had got a call from defects in Atlanta. Now, this is a show cause hearing. Let me show cause. Their calls are also recorded and monitored. I got a call from defects in Atlanta to go get my grandchildren on August the 28th. They gave me 24 hours. What was I going to do? Pay them or leave my grandchildren to go into the state? That's what I did. I went and got my grandbabies. I sent them $500. I've been paying them $15 a week. They get that directly out of my bank account. So I don't understand why we're here, because I'm doing what they're asking me to do. But I also am a one-person band doing hair. I don't have a company. I don't have 30, 40 people working for me. It's just me and me alone.
All right, ma'am, you've talked, so let me say a few things, okay? First of all, you have a company. It's called Braids by Mietta LLC. LLC is that limited liability company. So when you have a company, you can't come to court and represent the company. You actually have to have an attorney do that. So when you incorporate or turn yourself into an LLC, then you're no longer able to come into a court and represent that particular agency. So,
Well, when I just went up to 14 District Court over there on Whitaker and here on River Drive, they told me that I could come to court and represent myself.
I don't believe you.
they would not have told you that because they don't give.
Yes, they did. I was on the phone with
I'm not
I
going
was
to
on the
argue
phone with legal aid when they told me that. I was calling to get a legal aid representative, and the legal aid attorney was on the phone when I was standing right at the desk when the attorney told me, when the young lady told me that. It was a young man and a young lady. They were right at the 14th District Court, and it was another security guard that used to be a bailiff standing out front. I spoke with him for a moment as well.
Well, you can't represent yourself. You can't represent this company.
So either I'm going to pay them or get a lawyer, but I can't do both.
Well, I can't help you with that part of that. I can only tell you what the law is. Okay.
Well, I would rather to pay them because I can't afford to pay an attorney.
So they're here today trying to
To
get
show cause.
Can you not talk over me again, ma'am? It's really starting to irritate me. Do you understand? Because this is my last time giving you a warning to not talk over me. The next thing will be a contempt. Are we clear? Do you hear me talking to you, ma'am?
I hear you. I'm not deaf, ma'am.
Well, you didn't respond, so I wasn't sure.
Because my phone fell. I was trying to pick my phone up.
Please don't talk over me again, okay? If you're not going to respond, I can just remove you from
Well,
this.
you told me not to say anything. So what?
All right, you want to play games? Get her out the room.
Like, geez.
Bye, Felicia.
All right, so you're asking for a judgment against Braids by Mietta LLC?
That's correct, Your Honor. Based on the failure to file a disclosure after multiple attempts to have that done.
Given that no one here is present who can represent Mietta LLC, I will grant your request.
Thank you, Your Honor. Did the court need plaintiff to send in a judgment, or has one already been sent in?
A judgment has already been sent in.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.